Hey guys, it's Andrew again, and today I'm going to be bringing you another episode of Did You Know? I was extremely surprised by the amount of support I got for the last episode. I mean, I've always been a fan of random facts, but I didn't realize there were so many other people out there that did. The background gameplay is going to be two different nukes, one on Scrapyard and one on Estate. These games were back to back, and the funny thing is that they were the first two games that I had the nuke on that night. Hadn't played Modern Warfare 2 in a month or two, and I'd come in and get these two games, and the game before this was even better. But that's all there really is to say about the games. I'm going to get right into the facts. 1. Apple created its own video game system in 1995, known as the Pippin. It obviously didn't have much success, but hopefully they'll try that again soon. I'm sure they could make a pretty good game system. 2. Sugar does not make kids hyper. 3. The Snickers bar was named after a horse. The man who created the Snickers had a horse whose name was Snickers, and he just decided to name the candy bar after the horse. Guess they had a really tight relationship. 4. There's a new traffic light for the colorblind that uses shapes instead of colors. That's kind of cool. 5. In Japan, their Christmas tradition is to eat KFC. Which, in case you don't know, is Kentucky Fried Chicken, which originates from my state, Colonel Sanders. 6. The smallest human penis ever recorded was 1 centimeter long. Can you imagine that? 1 centimeter. That's nothing. 7. Fatty foods can cause the same reactions as marijuana. Oh, interesting. 8. Social media has overtaken porn as the #1 online activity. I'm honestly not surprised by that. 9. Contrary to popular belief, shaving does not affect hair growth. Does not make it grow back faster after you shave. 10. The streets of Victor, Colorado used to be paved with gold. Literally. Can you believe that? The streets of that city or town were gold. That's awesome. 11. During pregnancy, a woman's uterus expands to about 500 times its normal size. That's huge. 12. Coca-cola is the #1 selling soft drink everywhere in the world, except Scotland and the Middle East. I can understand that. Coke's my favorite. 13. The word or the phrase to testify in court or something was based on men in the Roman court swearing to a statement made by swearing on their testicles. So if they didn't do what they said, then bye-bye testicles. 14. The yo-yo originated as a weapon in the Philippine Islands during the 16th century. I don't understand how the yo-yo could hurt anybody. I don't see how it could be used as a weapon, but whatever. 15. Peanuts are one of the ingredients in dynamite. Dynamite goes boom! 16. 23% of all photocopier faults worldwide are caused by people sitting on them and photocopying their butts. Never done that. I never plan to. 17. Mark Zuckerberg is the most popular person on Google+. This is really ironic, because in case you didn't know, Mark Zuckerberg is the creator of Facebook. Yeah, I'll beat the creators of Google. That's pretty funny. 18. Redheads require more anesthesia to get numb during surgery or whatever. We're stubborn. What can I say? 19. There's a louse that eats fish's tongues and then acts as a replacement. So it takes the tongue out and then performs the same functions at the time while it has its own home or whatever. That's pretty cool. 20. Babylonians took their beer so seriously that if someone made a bad batch, they would be drowned in it. So don't mess up their beer. Not advised. 21. Globally, over 200 million minutes of Angry Birds are played every day. That's ridiculous, but every now and then I'll contribute to that 200 million minutes. It's a fun game. 22. There are more Chinese restaurants in the United States than the number of McDonald's, Burger Kings, Wendy's, Domino's, and Pizza Huts combined. I can't believe that. 23. Condoms were originally made of animal intestines or lining. That's disgusting. 24. Cherophobia is a fear of fun. I don't see how you can be scared of fun, I guess. That doesn't make any sense. 25. In 1977, a 13-year-old boy had a tooth growing out of his left foot. 26. There's a ghost town in Oregon called Idiotville. 27. George Washington has a pair of library books that are 221 years overdue. I don't think those are going to get returned anytime soon. For some reason, you call me crazy, but, you know. 28. John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe all died on July 4th. And those are 3 presidents, in case you guys didn't know, which I'm sure there's someone out there that didn't. 29. The world's tallest snowman was created in Bethel, Maine in 2008. Measured in 122 feet and 1 inch tall. And it says that it weighed 13 million pounds, but there's no way that's right. 30. Women who went to college are more likely than high school dropouts to enjoy both the giving and receiving of oral sex. Tip for you guys out there. 31. Worms reportedly taste like bacon. I will never try them. 32. Women wishing to enter Canada to work as strippers must provide naked photos of themselves to qualify for a visa. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. 33. The G in G-string stands for groin. I didn't know that. I don't know if you guys did, but I sure did. 34. More than 50% of the people in the world have never made or received a phone call. I make one every day at least, probably. 35. More than 2,500 left-handed people a year are killed from using products made for right-handed people. So if you're left-handed, don't use a right-handed person's equipment. Yeah, there's a risk. 36. My bad. California has issued at least 6 driver's licenses to people named Jesus Christ. Well, Jesus Christ. 37. Formicophilia is the fetish for having small insects crawl on your genitals. That's disgusting. Ugh. 38. The winter of 1932 in the U.S. was so cold that Niagara Falls froze completely solid. 39. Contrary to popular belief, lightning travels from the ground upwards, not from the sky downwards. 40. The technology contained in a single Game Boy unit in 2000 exceeds all the computer power that was used to put the first man on the moon in 1969. That's crazy. 41. The house where Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence was replaced by a burger stand. I figured they would keep that around. But, you know, 42. Oh, goodness. Hippopotamonstrosquipedaliophobia is the fear of long words. That's cruel. You'll see that word whenever this part of the video comes up, but that's crazy. 43. The total weight of all the ants on the earth is about the same as all the humans. That's a lot of ants out there. A lot of ants. 44. When you put a seashell next to your ear, it's the sound of your blood surging in your veins, not the ocean. 45. Breathing the air in Mumbai, India for just 1 day is equivalent to smoking 2.5 packs of cigarettes. That's crazy. 46. As a punishment for misbehavior, Thai cops have to wear pink Hello Kitty armbands. 47. If you take your age and multiply it by 7, then multiply it by 1443, the product repeats your age 3 times. It works. Trust me, I've tried it. 48. Charles Osborne is a man that had the hiccups for 69 years. That's a long time to have the hiccups. 49. In Detroit in 1937, a baby fell from the 4th floor of a building, falling on a man who was passing below. 1 year later, exactly the same thing happened. Another baby, another 4th floor window, same man. And last but not least, 50. The population of California is more than the population of Canada. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you.